welcome back, everyone. This week's Picture of the Week is being brought to you by Flowers Deer Processing. Hey, by the way, Joy was just out there the other day, picked up Ty Campbell's deer. She told me, you couldn't stack another deer in there. 4450 Eaton's Creek Road. Let me tell you something, they don't care. They'll take them, just keep bringing them. Our first picture here, y'all remember Kevin Hooper was on the show here about 3 or 4 weeks ago? This is his lovely wife, Terry, and Terry Ann has her first buck of the year. Big old muzzleloader. Look at the smile on that lady's face. Congratulations, Terry. Great, great job. Kevin, where's your picture? Our next picture, this is Andy Bledsoe. Now, you sent me this too, Tanner, wasn't it? No. This is another friend of mine. Another friend of mine sent me this. That's right. This is Andy Bledsoe with, look at what a buck he got right there.
Wow.
Now, is that a stud or what? That's Tennessee now. That's a great picture. Let me tell you, here is Miles Cothrans, 7 years old, killed his first 5-pointer with a muzzleloader. This is the grandson of Calvin Cothrans with Cunningham GMC up there in Springfield. So, Miles, what a great job. Now, look at this next picture. This is his brother, Miller Cothrans,
wow.
9 years old. He killed a nice 8-pointer with his muzzleloader. And these two are the grandsons of Calvin Cothrans, Cunningham GMC in Springfield. Go by and tell him you saw the picture and tell him we said hello. Next picture here, this is our one and only Mr. Tanner Hale, pro staffer here at Southern Woods and Waters, with a very nice buck that he took up there. Where did you take it? Jolton. Up there in Jolton. This is an 11-pointer also. Big, huge deer. And then tell us about this, Tanner. This is your buddy.
Yeah, this is my buddy, Isaac, that goes to MTSU with me. He's a buddy on the fishing team. He actually went up to his family's farm this weekend in Indiana, and he shot this deer at the opening of their gun season.
Good gracious. Nice. They do grow them big up there, don't they? I'll tell you what. Hey, you can send your pictures to us here. Southern Woods and Waters, 474 James Robertson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or simply email them to me, q@southernwoodsandwaters.com. We'll get them on here really fast. Maybe we can even get Brent Price to send us his picture of his deer that he took so we can give him more FaceTime on TV. So, Brent, you need to send it on to us. All right, tonight's show, we are talking about the upcoming Saturday. This Saturday starts modern gun season here in Tennessee. This is going to be one of the better weekends that you could ever have for your modern gun season. This is going to be where I'm saying, you think you've seen rut activity, you wait till this weekend. It's going to be get there before daylight and stay there well after dark. It's an all-day affair this weekend.
That should be the outlook that we're hoping for.
Yeah.
Of course, as hunters. So.
And be a little picky.
Absolutely. You're only allowed to, so you're going to have to, if you want to take some meat, try to take some doe out. We probably need to get some handle on that situation anyway.
We do. And Bobby, you take does.
I do, but I try not to take them doe after I've taken a pretty good buck, just for the fact that.
Wait a minute. Will you please say that one more time, because Joy doesn't believe me. But say that one more time.
I don't shoot a doe until I've really had a shot at a good buck, just because I don't want to mess up the pattern of the doe, because the doe will bring the bucks in your area, and that's what I try to do.
That's right.
And after that's over with, I start stocking up freezers, or friends that need them.
Friends that need a deer.
Absolutely, have a process.
A little extra meat in the freezer.
Absolutely.
Make it through the winter time.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to mess up your hunting there if you've got a good hunting there, and Tanner probably knows you don't. Bucks are hard to kill today, especially a mature buck. So you don't want to try to stink up the air or try to cause any commotion, because it's just going to be dead for a week or two. So that's what I try to do myself. Now, there's a good time and place to take a doe,
That's right.
But it's not one of them, I don't think.
Not
when
right
you're
now.
trying to trophy hunt now or try to kill a mature buck.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, because right now.
But Joey's right too, though. I'm not
you're not going to bug the system, are you?
I ain't going to argue with Joey.
Smart man. But I say, that any doe is susceptible to coming in the estrus at any time. We don't know when. So if you're killing them before or during their
mess up
estrus
a
cycle,
chance.
you're messing up a chance.
This afternoon, like I said, it was right at dark. I had hunting a green field. I probably seen 20 to 23 doe filter out, just popping out. And a mature buck came out. Of course, he was over the range. He was right at 250. I'm with my black powder. And he just sit
Joy
check.
just texted Courtney and said that Bobby Cothrans is her hero.
She's mine.
Yeah, you won't go around. You won't say
But I mean,
anything,
the
will you?
buck came out and he just sort of just made a circle around about 7 does and just trotted back off into the woods. He didn't
Well,
fool around
what is he
because
doing?
he's scent checking right now.
That's right, he's scent checking.
And I've seen a lot of doe. Of course, he's killed a mature buck. And not saying you can't kill a mature buck. You probably could have killed one during archery season. You also have that little certain amount of luck. You know what I'm saying? But you try to wait. I always wait till that doe tries to get in that estrus cycle to bring them to you. You know, that's another good chance of getting a mature buck.
All right, Aaron, this is the time, though, you know, even guys that have been archery hunting, they've been applying a little pressure to their hunting areas. They're coming and going, they're going to the truck, coming to the stand, they're carrying this and that, maybe
Routine.
bring a friend that doesn't know a darn thing about scent control, you know, and because you get that. You get friends, you want to carry your friends, because that's what deer hunting to me is all about, is camaraderie.
Absolutely.
And you try to do it, but they don't know anything about scents. So pressure, these deer have been pressurized, and that buck knows what's going on in his living room.
Oh yeah, it's like you even know what's going on.
How does Aaron get him though to quit being so nocturnal? This is the number one enemy, I think, of the modern day hunter, is that buck going nocturnal.
You know, it's all about the small things, and to me, and what he's taught me, he actually gave me a little scent drag. That's helped me out tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen the deer come. It don't matter what day it is.
Well, that's plus the wind. I think.
You know, it helped out with the wind though. But Dad was telling me, and the way that he set my stand up, you know, we had to look at all the elements. You know, where's the little trail at? Where are the rubs at? And it's even like you said, the new guys going into the woods. Take those little small steps of, you know, make sure you're far enough away before you use your four-wheeler, or if you're pulling up in your truck. You know, it's those little small things, because they're going to hear that.
Walking's not a bad thing.
It's not.
He's right. You can see more walking as well.
And see,
Yeah.
and I don't drive in anywhere.
But Aaron, do you check where the predominant winds are going to be coming from to set your stand? Because you
Yes.
hunt out of a ladder stand.
Right.
That's not something you just pick up and move every time you come in the
No,
woods
you gotta
and reattach it.
Well, what we do, and Aaron, to tell you, the way we got our ridges set up, and the way they funnel off to a field that we hunt. We've got 8 or 10 ladder stands, and we hunt by direction of the wind. You know, and the reason why we hunt ladder stands, you can ease in and out of the stands so fast, so quiet. You're not climbing. Nothing against climbers whatsoever.
No, because you know I use them.
Yeah, there again, I've killed every one of my deer out of a ladder stand, because I like archery hunting. I like to stay on that canopy. You know, you know what I'm talking about, the canopy. And I just took it into gun season, and it's paid off. So we try to set our stands based on the wind direction. That's so important. You can practice scent control all you want to, and Tanner probably tell you too. You know, those mature deer, especially a lead doe. You know, a lead doe will just bust you.
Oh, she will. And then
200 yards away.
she's not bashful. She'll tell everybody around here.
That's happened a few times to me
She'll carry
already.
them away from you, absolutely.
I've heard them blow for 25 minutes. Like, honey, would you hush?
Just be quiet. But you're right, that's important. You know, the lead doe is so smart, and I think Tanner's probably witness to himself while he's out there. You know, sometimes those bucks are just drunk on testosterone. They're ready, you know. And
Don't you think, though, this is the time of year when they really get stupid? This is a great time.
Right now, they're rum dumb.
Yeah,
but there again, it's like you said about the lead doe, and I think Tanner and Aaron have both agreed. Those lead doe, if you're not careful, any movement in his stand, if she picks you up, he's not paying attention to you. I mean,
She will.
99% of the time, if she finds you, she'll blow, carry him right away with him. You know, so that's what you got to be careful doing. You know.
I want to ask Tanner. Tanner, you went to Jolton, and we showed the picture of the one you got. Why'd you set your stand where you did and all that? I mean, what drove you? Because I want our viewers to understand, you can go to a new area and you can set up pretty fast. How did you do it?
You know, the place is really set up. It's pretty much just two big hills together, two big ridges, and there's a big saddle that comes in the middle. And like, I don't know if people at home are going to know what a saddle is. It's just a low spot where two hills meet together. And a spot like that, deer, they're always going to typically cross like in low spots, like, you know, gullies, saddles, stuff like that. The big bucks, they feel real safe going through spots like that. Well, on top of that saddle, there's a huge thicket that grows on the side of this hill that leads down into a green field. Well, from my stand, you can't even see the green field. All you can see to the right of you is just a big thicket that wraps around the side of this hill. Well, big mature bucks this time of year, a lot of the time a big buck, he'll just stay in a thicket, and big mature does, they won't let little bucks breed them. When they walk into a thicket, she'll go find that big buck that's, you know, they go so much off smell. She can smell him. She don't have to see him to know that he's there. You know, but that's kind of what I was working with. You know, a lot of open hardwoods with a big thicket, so a big transition area right there at that saddle. There's a lot of deer that, you know, in years past that we've seen come through that area. You know, one of the things I think honestly helped to the success, though, and it's kind of some things that everybody's been chiming in on and saying, the place that we actually hunted, my dad and grandfather hunted it the opening weekend of muzzleloader. That was the first time all year long that anybody had been in those woods. So weren't tracking scent in and out. You know, the area was still really fresh. You know, when we've been hunting this year, we've been spending our time hunting public land, like down around Land Between the Lakes and Fort Campbell and stuff like that. So this weekend was only Saturday morning was only the third time this year that any of us have been in there. Nobody been in there in the afternoons or nothing. So that was 3 morning hunts, and on the third morning hunt, you know, a deer gets killed. So, you know, that's, you know, one of the things that I think that
I still say that pressure, hunting pressure, and then we do it ourselves.
Absolutely.
Hunter pressure, where we hunt our own properties, we pressure them so much we'll drive them nocturnal. We got to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to give you a tip on how to get them off that nocturnal and get them back on your schedule. All right? So stay tuned for more Southern Woods and Waters.